We're set to go here in Tampa. The first ever face-off as the regular season begins. Belfour is in goal for the Blackhawks, and we are set to go, and hockey has arrived in the Sunshine State. We are underway, and off the draw, Roenick has it in his own zone for Chicago, number 27. He clears it to center ice. Dirk Graham gets it for Chicago. Right wing to Chelios. Long shot, and Wendell Young makes the first official save 20 seconds into this game. Behind the Lightning net, Taglianetti gets the puck. To Anderson at center ice. He lost it, and now Chelios for Chicago to Larmer. And across the line, a shot, and that's high off the glass. Drulia there, and he'll tip it away to center ice. We are underway here at Expo Hall. Hockey has arrived in Florida. No score. We played 45 seconds of the first period as the Blackhawks try and keep it in the zone. Ramage can't get it out. Now Christian Ruutu centers it, but knocked away by Joe Ricci. Kept in, though, by the Blackhawks. Ruutu in the corner. Ramage there, gave it away. The Hawks have some good pressure on here. There's Goulet behind the goal. He gets it free. Centers it, but Drulia tipped it away, and here come the Lightning to center ice. They dump it in. Belfour looks to clear it. Far side, Zaminer is after it, number 7 for Tampa Bay. Centers it, tipped away. Now in front again, Drulia, a shot. Belfour, a save, rebound. And Drulia tipped it wide as the Lightning had their first good scoring chance as Drulia was wide open in front, but Belfour made a big save.
Awesome, great effort here. We'll take a look at Stan Drulia, the gentleman that I talked about. Watch here as he comes here off the boards, and you'll see some good work here as he fights off some defenders by the Chicago Blackhawks, takes the shot low on Belfour.
No score. We've played 1:45 of the first period. Welcome to hockey here on Sunshine Network. Great to have you with us. Now the Blackhawks in their own zone. Steve Smith up for Gilbert on left wing. He'll play one to the Lightning line. Crossman back for Tampa Bay, but Hudson forechecking him. Now the puck taken by Doug Crossman. He shoots it to the far side. Hartman, center ice for Bradley, broken up by Gilbert. And Gilbert sends it back in his own zone. Smith gets it out. Crossman trying to flip it back in. He does. Oh, Hartman, a big check on the rookie, Kriva Krasov, and a penalty coming up here on Mike Hartman. He'll go off here for interference. So Mike Hartman picks up the first penalty early in this first period.
Well, here's the penalty here to Michael Hartman. You'll see him coming into the play right here, and watch him take Krasov off the skates and hard into the boards, and Hartman picks up an interference call at 2:28.
And the Blackhawks on the power play. Last year, they had a very poor power play, 18th overall, 17.3%, and they had the most power play chances in the NHL. No score as Dave Christian, an ex-St. Louis Blues, shoots it in. Larmer kicks it behind the goal. Roenick now back on the point for Steve Smith. He lost it. Contos failed to clear it. Here's Chelios in, and behind the play, I think a Blackhawk will go off here as Bill McCreary blew the whistle.
I believe Steve Larmer will be going off for high sticking and picking one of the players from the Tampa Bay Lightning. As you see Larmer skating to the penalty box. Steve Larmer, the guy they call Grandpa, will pick up 2 minutes for high sticking. Here it is here. Watch right in the center, right of your frame, and he hits Taglianetti and 16 up high, Contos, and he goes off for high sticking.
4-on-4 here as Larmer goes off for high sticking. No score. 16:45 left first period. Chelios at his own line for Roenick. Tucker stole the puck. John Tucker in front, but Kravchuk knocked it away. And the veteran Chelios looks to clear it to Roenick. He had 53 goals last year, the Hawks' best player. Roenick is checked at center. And now it's dumped in by Kravchuk. Chelios gets it on the point. And he plays it in deep. Number 3, Doug Crossman for Tampa Bay. Failed to get it out. Ruutu kept it in. Here's Crossman again. Now for the youngster, Roman Hammerlick, just signed a contract today. He sends it down the ice, and Belfour will set it up. In 30 seconds, when Hartman comes back on, the Lightning will get a power play. Belfour feeds it up the boards. Kept in by Bergevin. Now Chelios in deep. This pass tipped away by Noonan, and it comes to center ice. Now Bergevin in for Semenov. He has great speed. Semenov centers it. DeMaio is there. He's knocked down. Now a delayed penalty. They center one in front. Riki a shot. Belfour a save on Riki. And now we have pushing on the far side. And everybody's involved, but the Blackhawks, I believe, Danny, we're getting another penalty.
I believe Kravchuk is going to be getting a penalty as he took down one of the forwards for the Tampa Bay Lightning right near the left side of Belfour, and then that's when the pushing and shoving started just after that penalty.
So we will get more penalties here. What a start to this game. And it appears the Lightning will have a two-man advantage. Kravchuk is off.
Here it comes here. Watch Semenov go in behind the net with the puck, and you'll see Chelios take him out along the boards, then the puck come out in front, and you watch right here as Kravchuk upends number 18 for the Lightning.
At center ice, it is Adam Creighton along with Tucker and Contos, Zaminer and Ramage on the points as the Lightning clear it in. Behind the goal, Creighton takes a man out, centers, Zaminer to Contos, he scores! There it is, the first ever goal, scored by Chris Contos.
Well, that didn't take long at all, John. There he is, the goal scorer right there. Chris Contos off to the side of the net, and Zaminer was the one that set this up. But what a great play by this Lightning power play. Here it is here behind the net. The Chicago Blackhawks, Steve Smith gets ridden off the boards by Adam Creighton. The puck comes out to Zaminer right here. There's a good play here by Creighton. Now watch what Zaminer does. Instead of slapping the puck, he throws it across in front to a wide open Contos as Belfour went out to stop the shot, but a heads-up play by Zaminer to Chris Contos. Contos, his first goal and the first ever for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
So 28-year-old Chris Contos gets the first ever Lightning goal. Last year, Craig Cox scored the first goal for San Jose, and Contos gets the honor here. The Lightning still with a two-man advantage as the Blackhawks picked up two minor penalties during that last skirmish. Chelios has a minute 20 left in his minor, and Kravchuk has a minute 30 left in his. Here come the Lightning, a 5-on-3. Contos across the line on right wing. Knocked down. Now the puck behind the goal. Belfour nearly lost it. Lightning pick it up. Contos in front. Ramage a drive. Hit the goal post. Oh, what a chance there. Still a 5-on-3. The Lightning ahead 1-0. Adam Creighton. He gets the puck. Creighton in front to Zaminer. In front. They score! Contos again! And it's 2-0 for the Lightning.
Oh, Chris Contos picking up his second goal for the Lightning here on the power play. Watch how they set it up here. Adam Creighton waits, looks across, far side, down low to number 14, Tucker. And watch Tucker throw it across. It hits the defenseman, but then Contos just taps it lightly across the goal line. Contos his second of the game. 2-0 Lightning.
Well, a great start for the Lightning and Contos. It's 2-0 at 5:41. Sort of reminiscent of opening night in the preseason against the North Stars when the Lightning had a 2-0 lead. After 65 seconds, it took a bit longer tonight. but it's well worth the wait.
Oh, I'll tell you, everybody through the festivities prior to this game, they were yelling, hockey, hockey, hockey. Well, they're getting some hockey in their face right now. And there's Phil Esposito walking in around. I don't know what he's checking out, but he's got to be happy with this 2-0 early lead against the Blackhawks.
Contos got that last goal at 5:41. The Hawks now only one man short. 45 seconds left in Kravchuk's minor. Here's Drulia into Bradley. Now for Drulia in the corner. Left wing side, another penalty called on Chicago. Bradley in deep to Drulia. Centers it off a skate, and the Blackhawks get the puck, and they will get another penalty. 4 in a row called by Bill McCreary on Chicago.
Well, Steve Smith is going to pick this one up for cross-checking, and McCreary is wasting no time, and you can see Smith is very upset. And one of the things that we'll take a look at it here, right in front of the net, right here you'll see Smith push number 8, Hodge, and then give him a cross-check up high, and that's the call that the officials have been told to call. Anything above the waist is going to be called as high sticking, and that's exactly what Steve Smith picked up there at the 16-13 mark of this first period. Chris Contos, number 16 on the power play with Creighton and Tucker.
He's the kind of guy who can get real hot. Here's a 5-on-4 power play now. Lightning up 2-0, Ramage right point. Into Contos, a shot, and a save by Belfour. And he covers up as Contos nearly had the natural hat trick to begin this
Wouldn't
franchise.
That be something, John? Get a hat trick in the first period, but watch how they set up here, the Lightning. You can see Ramage looking, and then he feeds it down low to Contos, who takes the shot, and Big Adam Creighton, who was picked up on the waiver draft on Monday, he's standing out in front looking for any rebounds that Belfour may give up.
Contos has not played in the NHL since 1990, but he can score. He had 8 playoff goals in one series a few years ago, and the Lightning thus far in the power play 2 of 3. Salmon on the point, a drive! That goes wide, behind the goal. Adam Creighton gets it. On this power play, Creighton, Tucker, and Contos up front. Creighton centers it, Contos. Salmon a shot, and a glove save by Ed Belfour. And the veteran Belfour hangs on for a face-off.
Well, Eddie Belfour played in 52 games last year, a 2.70 average, but here's the play here. Creighton just one arms it out. You can see Contos getting it back to Zamner, who takes a quick shot.
On a power play, the Lightning up 2-0. Bergevin on the point, a shot. That's high off the glass. 1:15 to go in the Steve Smith minor. 13 minutes left first period as the Hawks try and get it out. 1:10 to go in this power play. And now Hudson steals it, and he shoots it down the ice. So 2 goals, 58 seconds apart by Contos, and the Lightning leading 2-0. Here they come on the power play. Brian Bradley, number 19. He works in. Good pass to Bergevin. Now to Riki. A shot, and a save by Belfour. Bradley far side. Brian Bradley led the club in preseason scoring. He just dumps it into Drulia. Now to Hodge. In front to Bradley, and never got a shot away. Now Bradley near the line. For Hodge. Drulia there as well. Back on the point, and Chelios there to knock it away. 25 seconds left in the Lightning power play. 12:05 to go first period. Joe Riki, number 29 with the puck for Tampa Bay. He is also one of 3 alternate captains. Just about ready to come back on is Steve Smith. Now 7 off to center. In for DeMaio. He's pinned against the boards on the far side. Basil McRae there to help out. And now Smith is back, so the Hawks at full strength. But McRae carries on. Here's McRae. Centers one, and Belfour got his stick down and tipped it away. And the puck shot away. What a start for the Lightning. They lead it 2-0. Taglianetti gets it near the Hawk line. But Gilbert clears it away. Now Ramage shoots it back in, and Cam Russell back in his own zone. Number 8 for Chicago. Whips it up the boards. And it's tipped away by Gilbert. And the 33-year-old veteran Ramage in his own zone. Ramage all the way behind his goal. Wendell Young, the starter tonight, and he has faced only one shot. As the Lightning pick it up. Contos, the goal scorer tonight with 2. To Ramage. Now ahead for Creighton. He lost it, and Goulet back for Chicago. Into Larmer. A shot! And Larmer put it just wide. And Marchman failed to hold it in. At center, Chelios drives it back in. Goulet there. In the corner. Broken up by Taglianetti, not cleared. Michel Goulet for Chicago, but Taglianetti, number 32 there, tips it now for Anderson, and Mikhail Anderson gets it out. Now 10:15 to go first period. It's 2-0 Tampa Bay. Marchman back for Chicago. In front. Never got a shot away. And Zaminer for the Lightning. Zaminer a good move, but lost the puck at the line. Now it's cleared in by Klossman on a delayed offside. Now the Lightning put themselves onside as the Hawks clear it, but a penalty called behind the play. And I think this one is on Terry Crisp's Lightning. They're off to a lightning quick start with a 2-0 lead.
Well, Rob Zamner's going to pick up the Lightning's first penalty ever as he came in over the blue line, and watch him run in here to the Chicago player, and he's going to pick up a penalty here for tripping on Michel Goulet. Zamner picked up 2 assists on Contos' first power play goals.
The Blackhawks did have an early power play earlier when Hartman went off, but it was short-lived. And they get their second one here, down 2-0. Kravchuk, number 3, to center ice. Gets it in deep. Larmer there for the Hawks. Sends it behind the goal. Picked up by Christian. Back on the point for Kravchuk. Across Chelios. He missed it. Ken Hodge there trying to clear it. Larmer has him tied up. Hodge on the puck, number 8. And he tries to clear it out, and he does. A good play. And Drulia tips it over the glass and out of play.
Well, you take a look at Stan Drulia. Coach Crisp is very confident with this player. He uses on the power play. He also in penalty-killing situations in an area that the Lightning really haven't had a lot of time to work with, not like established hockey clubs like the Chicago team here in front of us, is the fact that he doesn't have the time to work with these special team units. He's only had the preseason and about 3 or 4 practices prior to this game here tonight, but he'll use Drulia quite a bit. He'll use Contos and Anderson, players that are good skaters and good skilled in that area.
And Terry Crisp was quite blunt yesterday when saying our penalty killing has a long way to go. Our guys don't know each other, and that's understandable. The attendance tonight, 10,425, and they've seen their Lightning jump out to a 2-0 lead. And the Blackhawks on a power play as Larmer gets it across the line. Big jam up. Noonan sends it into Roenick, number 27. Now for Chelios. Into the corner for Roenick. Back for Chelios. He looks in front, a pass in front, and Young tipped it away. Now Roenick back on the point for Kravchuk. Back for Roenick, number 27. Into Noonan, a shot. Young, a save. Rebound is loose there. Where's the puck? Finally, it's held by the Lightning, and a face-off.
A good pressure put on by the Chicago Blackhawks on this power play, and Wendell Young coming up strong for the Lightning in the nets. And you'll see it here, setting up by JR, they call Jeremy Roenick, but Brian Noonan's the one that tries to stuff it. And if the Chicago Blackhawks are going to improve in the standings, they're going to have to get goals from Mr. Brian Noonan. In 65 games last year, he had 19 goals, but he had a great playoff, Johnny. He had 6 goals and 9 assists for 15 points as we take a look at Wendell Young, the first ever start for him in a Tampa Bay uniform.
And one thing you'll notice about the Blackhawks in the power play, they love to send the puck on net, and they do it again, and Young a save! And he stopped the rebound as well as Goulet had a great chance after the initial chance from Chelios was stopped. Chelios again, a shot, and that's tipped wide by Graham. Now 15 seconds left in the penalty. And the Blackhawks are back. 8:10 to go, first period. And the Lightning ahead 2-0. The rookie, Kriva Krasov for Chicago. He's only 18, into the zone. But Tucker is there to knock it down and shoot it away. Great play by Tucker. Chelios, number 7 for the Blackhawks. He's a native of Chicago. To Steve Smith, he'll drill it in. The Hawks racing after it. Now Bergeron in the first man there. Ahead for Tucker. Hit the referee though. Kept in. Goulet a chance. And Young a big save there on Goulet. As the puck is now on the near side and cleared away. The Lightning at full strength. As they try and hold it in, but Tucker brought it back in. Offside. Teams at full strength. Here comes Hudson for Chicago. Crossman got back and made a good play, and Contos, who has scored both goals for the Lightning, feeds it at center for Creighton. Now for Contos. Drop pass for Hammerlick. This shot is blocked, and Hudson for the Blackhawks feeds Gilbert. Number 14, Greg Gilbert to Russell in front. Hudson, a great chance, and he put it wide. Another chance, and Lemieux is stopped by Young, who never saw the shot. Doug Crossman will whip it off the boards down the ice. Oh, what a chance there for Lemieux. Now Russell back for the Blackhawks. Sends a bouncer and he scores! Russell! A fluky goal, and it's 2-1.
You're absolutely right about that, John. It was a fluky goal as Wendell Young misplayed this dump in by Cam Russell. And I know Wendell Young would have loved to have that one back. Here it comes here. All he's trying to do here is to get off on a line chain. He dumps it in, it changes direction on Wendell, and it bounces right as Wendell went left. And Cam Russell, who played in Indianapolis last year, only 19 games with the Blackhawks, but he picks up the first goal for the Blackhawks. 2-1 Lightning, 6:41 left here in the first period.
2-1 the Lightning ahead. In behind the goal, DeMaio with McRae and Semenoff. Oh, McRae, a big hit on Marchman. He gets the puck. Here he comes in front. They score! Semenoff after a great play. It's 3-1.
I'll tell you, Basil McRae, that's the reason he was picked up on this hockey club, was because he can deliver checks and knock people off the puck and come to play every night. And what a great play on this. He just nails Marchman in across the boards and then picks up the puck, walks out in front, gives it to Semenoff on the backhand, and Anatoly Semenoff, former Edmonton Oiler, wastes no time in sliding this one by for his first goal at 13:50, 3-1 Tampa Bay.
What a goal there. Awesome setup by McRae. Here the Lightning again. Hodge cuts in a backhander, and he put it wide. Reekie on the pointer shot. Now Zamaner a drive on goal. Hodge a shot. He scores! Ken Hodge! It's 4-1.
Well, this place is bedlam as the Lightning get their fourth goal on a great play by Ken Hodge Jr., the guy that the Boston Bruins gave up on, and Phil Esposito said, I'll give you another chance. Watch the play get set up in here in front of the Chicago Blackhawk net. The rebound comes out. Hodge wastes no time. Top corner off the post. 4-1 Lightning.
Zamaner and Reekie will get the assists. Zamaner's third assist. 4-1 Tampa Bay. Do you believe this? Here are the Hawks. 5.5 minutes left in the first. And the Hawks are wondering what happened. As Kravchuk goes back for Chicago number 3. He played on the gold medal winning team last year in the Olympics for the Soviets. Now lead pass to Roenick. He's dangerous. Here he comes. In front, Owen. The man cutting to the net, Kriva Krasov, missed the pass, and the puck cleared away. Kravchuk has it, back near his own line. It's 4-1 Tampa Bay. Those last two goals, only 19 seconds apart. Semenoff and Hodge. Here's Tucker now in across the line. A shot, and go for a pad save. And he covers up, and that shot by Tucker nearly found the back of the goal.
John Tucker, former Buffalo Sabre, picking up the puck right here at the neutral zone, and watch Tucker come in with a good low shot on Belford. He lost it a bit, but recovered good to hold on for a face-off. as the Lightning lead 4-1 here with 4:49 left in the first period.
Now on the point, Ramage can't hold it in for the Lightning. Hudson ahead for Chicago, but Kanto's got back. And now Bucs sends it in deep. What a wild first period. Good forechecking here by Chicago. And a whistle. And I think a penalty coming up here on the Lightning.
Here's Hudson and Rob Ramage going into the boards. They both pick up minor penalties here. So both teams will play a 4-on-4 situation, John, something that the National Hockey League has brought back, and I think it's a great idea.
In past years, when two players picked up simultaneous penalties, the teams were not short. This year they are. In other words, now you'll see 4 skaters against 4 because Ramage and Hudson are off at the same time. 4-1, the Lightning ahead. 4:20 left in the first period. And what a beginning this has been, my friends. 4-1 for the Lightning. Taglianetti has the puck for Klossman. Up to Zaminer. And Rob Zaminer with 3 assists in the game. He works ahead. 3-on-3. Gets in there. Zaminer, a backhander! And he just missed. What a move there. Now they get it free. Zaminer on the point for Klossman. He flips it to the corner. And Belfour sets it up back there for Kravchuk. Paired on defense with Chelios. Lead pass to Graham, number 33, the Hawk captain. He sends it in. Roenick gets the puck. Now for Chelios. He's hooked at by Klossman. Good work there by Klossman. And the Lightning break away. Rob DeMaio ahead. Here's DeMaio just sending one in. And again, Belfour, who loves to wander, sets it up. And Chelios gets it out. Now 42 seconds left in the coincidental minors. It's 4-1 Tampa Bay here over Chicago. We are live from Tampa, Florida. Bergevin in his own zone for the Lightning. To Riki. Hit by Lemieux, but Riki carries on and clears it ahead. Semenoff gets it up. And DeMaio, the ex-Islander, gets it out. Now Bucs across for Smith, number 5. Fires it in. Riki, the first man there. And the Lightning break away. 2-on-1, DeMaio and Bergevin. DeMaio to Bergevin, a shot, he scores! Bergevin makes it 5-1! Woo-hoo!
Whoa, baby! I'll tell you, these boys are hot tonight. As you see them all high-fiving along the bench. Look at Bergevin, is he one happy camper? But this all started when Marchment gets picked here. He goes in early. The mistake was made there. The 2-on-1 on Smith. DeMaio makes a nice pass to Bergevin. He wastes no time roofing this one up where they keep the peanut butter and cookies on Belfour. 5-1 Lightning, 2:39 left.
5-1, 2.5 minutes left in the first. The Hawks shoot it in. Noonan behind the goal. Oh, what a hit there by Hartman. And here's Bradley ahead. Another 2-on-1. Bradley and Tucker. Bradley in a shot. And Belfour, an arm save. And the Blackhawks, who must feel stunned at this point. Bradley doing forechecking with Tucker. And finally, Bucs picks it up for Chicago. Number 17. His pass ahead for Hudson. Hudson in across the line. In front, Goulet a shot, and he put it wide. Chelios on the point. That shot wide. And Hammerlick knocked down. Young there to clear it away. Hartman can't get it out. Noonan kept it in for Chicago. Hammerlick trying to work it away. Klossman there to help out. Over for Roman Hammerlick. And he flips it high and up over the boards. And that was a good play by the youngster as the Lightning were running around a bit in their own end.
Well, John, we really haven't had much time to talk about the rules, but these are some rule changes for 92-93. Game misconduct penalty for an instigating a fight. I think that's a great move. It knocks out the goons. Helmet's not mandatory. I don't know why they even brought that up. High sticking, illegal to hit above the waist. A great rule because it helps the skilled players play. And those are 3 of the rules. Here's 3 more. Unsportsmanlike conduct, illegal to take a dive. That's pulling away from players that like to take a dive and slow the game down. And they abolished the Gretzky rule, which was the 4-on-4 situation that the Edmonton Oilers had.
And the other one there was you can't hold the opponent's stick.
I think that's a good rule because it slows down the game, and especially, like I mentioned about skilled players, they want to be able to put the puck wherever they can, hopefully with the stick on the ice, and when someone's holding it, you can't do that.
Well, in case you've just tuned in, guess what? The Lightning lead the Hawks 5-1. Conto scored the first goal at 4:43. He made it 2-0 at 5:41. And Terry Crisp's club has not looked back since. Everything they've done has been golden.
They certainly have, John, and you got to give Crisp a lot of credit, and Terry and Wayne Cashman for preparing this team as well as they have for tonight's game.
They were 6-2-1 in preseason, and off to a great start here. Chelios on the point kept it in for Chicago, but now Rob Ramage gets it, and Ramage, the 33-year-old veteran, gets it out. Now a minute left in the first period. Kriva Krasov for Chicago. For Graham at center. Can't get it in, and Chelios will take over at center ice. He is a real gamer, this Chelios. He gets it in deep. Tied up. Now Lemieux there as well for the Blackhawks. Lemieux, number 26. Into Chelios. And finally it's cleared to center ice by the Lightning, and Gilbert back. Now Gilbert again at center ice. He flips it in. 17 seconds left in the opening period. And now play is called, I believe, on a delayed offside against Chicago.
It's been all Tampa Bay here in the first period.
All Tampa Bay indeed. They've hit the Blackhawks like a wave, like a tidal wave. Smith shoots it in. Ricky back there. Now Gilbert for Chicago. To Hudson behind the goal. Now back to Gilbert. Time running out here. And Hodge broke it up. And that's it. And play comes to an end. We had a penalty right at the end of the period. A holding call, I think, on the Lightning. But the fans don't care about that. They are on their feet, and they are loving what they have just seen in the first 30 minutes of action. It's 5-1 for the Lightning over the Blackhawks after 20 minutes of play here at the fairgrounds at Expo Hall. What a first period. Here we go with the second period. I doubt it'll be as good as the first, but you never know. Lightning on a power play. They're 2 for 5 tonight. Here's Creighton in across that Hawk line. In deep. Bradley is there. So is Tucker, but the Blackhawks pick it up, and they send it down the ice. Ramage and Zaminer the point men, and Zaminer has 3 assists already in this game. Larmer in there forechecking for Chicago. Chelios can't keep it in, and it's tipped to center ice. Kravchuk for Chicago. The Hawks are short here, and they'll dump it down the ice. Now a minute 10 to go in the Tampa Bay power play. Rob Zaminer. He played in Binghamton last year. He's still considered a rookie in the NHL. Now to Tucker. Drop pass, Creighton. He lost it, and a good play by Gilbert to poke it by Ramage and down the ice. Zaminer back for the Lightning in his own end. Now in front, it's Bergevin at center to Bradley now for Hodge. Gains the Hawk line. Far side, Gilbert there to poke it away, and the Blackhawks doing a good job on this Lightning power play. 90 seconds gone in the second period. It's Tampa Bay 5, Chicago 1. Here are the Lightning. Drulia to center. He gets it in deep. Now 22 seconds left in the Hawk penalty. Bradley for Tampa Bay. Another penalty call. A shot from the right point by Bergevin off a leg. Now back on the point again. Zamayo, the 6th man, is late calling Chicago. A weak shot, and Belfour will grab it. And a high sticking call. and the Lightning will get a 2-man advantage for 9 seconds.
They said any stick movement up above the waist will be called, and that's exactly what was called there as Marchment gave it to Kenny Hodge pretty good in the corner.
A 2-man advantage, but the Hawks get the draw, and they dump it down the ice, and Goulet is now back on. So now it's a 5-on-4 power play for Tampa Bay. The Lightning ahead, 5-1. Ramage at center ice. Drives it in. Taglianetti is after it. Gets it in front. Here's Tucker with the puck. He's checked. Larmer there to clear it away, and the Blackhawks fire it down the ice. Ramage, the first man back, number 5. He played in Minnesota last year and had a knee injury, but he says the knee is fine, and he has performed very well in this game and in preseason. Ramage now, center ice for Contos. To Taglianetti on this power play. Back for Contos, but Chelios there to whip it around the boards. Left point, Ramage kept it in with a good play. Now for Hodge. Sets it up to Tucker on the point. And Ramage can't hold it in. Here's a 2-on-1 Chicago break. Chelios cuts in, drop pass, and no one was there. And back come the Lightning. Chris Contos, but Kravchuk got back and knocked it away. Now 45 seconds left in the Tampa Bay power play. Chelios to center ice for Chicago. Larmer trying to keep it in. A long shot, and Young a pad save. Doug Crossman picks it up for the Lightning. Trying to work away. Gilbert stole it. Gilbert short-handed, but DeMaio got back and made a nice play to break it up. Here's Graham in behind the Lightning goal. Now 20 seconds left in the power play, and here's DeMaio finally to center ice. 3-on-3. Trying to work it, he does. Drury in front. McRae a shot, and that hit the goal post. Oh, McRae hit the post, and it's cleared over the glass.
Well, some excellent effort here by Julia, McRae, and DeMaio as they tried to force the play in on Eddie Belfour. Watch little Robbie DeMaio, little in stature, but big and hard as he comes over in between the two defensemen. And watch the puck come out here off the skate and then fall in behind of Belfour. But you can see Julia trying to stuff it as he came around the net. No luck for Stan, who's playing his first ever National Hockey League game.
3:55 gone in the second period, and Danny, the Lightning has picked up from where it left off in the first.
Well, it's important that they keep the pressure on the Chicago Blackhawks, because you know that they're a strong team offensively when they get the opportunities. Guys like Larmer, Roanoke will get goals when they get the opportunity, so it's important that Tampa keeps the pressure on them, John.
Hartman knocked down, never got a shot, and Hudson ahead for the Blackhawks. He's hit by Riki. In behind the goal, Dave Christian. He was picked up on waivers from St. Louis the other day. Now Noonan, a bad angle shot, and that's blocked. And cleared by Young, but not out. Kept in by Russell. Hudson behind the Tampa Bay goal. Now Noonan is there as well. For Christian. He can't get a shot. He was rubbed to the boards by Riki and Bergevin. He'll just play it to center ice, and Bradley tips it down the ice. Rod Buskus back in his own zone. Up the boards it goes to center. Ramage shoots it back in. And behind the play, Hartman and Buskus have words, but they go their separate ways. It's 5-1 Tampa Bay. 5 minutes gone in the second period. Ramage for the Lightning. Sends it in deep. Larmer behind his goal. Larmer playing in his 801st consecutive game tonight. At center, Roenick. Into Goulet. Back to Roenick in front. And he never got a shot. Oh, Roenick with a good effort there. And Ken Hodge bats it off the boards, out of trouble. Chelios for the Chicago Blackhawks. Gave it away. Zaminer ahead to Hodge. He'll poke it in deep. And Roenick in the corner. Hit by Zaminer. But Kravchuk works it ahead to Michel Goulet, a 4-time 50-goal scorer. Plays it in. And then Hammerlick knocked down Larmer. And Drulia whips it around the boards and down the ice. Icing coming up here as Kravchuk touches the puck before a Lightning player. That was Hartman, and icing called on Tampa Bay. Don't go away, folks. This game is not over yet. It's still early. 5-1, the Lightning ahead. Time of that penalty, 6 minutes in the second. And off the draw, Ramage does get the puck out. Smith and Chelios, the point men on this power play. Larmer is up front with Noonan and Roenick. Hawks dump it in. Now behind the goal, Ramage gets to it. Around the boards it goes. Now it comes in front. Larmer there for Chicago. Here's Larmer. Back on the point for Chelios. To Smith. For Chelios, a shot, and Hodge blocked that. And Zaminer clears it down the ice. Once again last year, the Hawks power play 18th overall, and that is an area in which they need to improve. Ruutu to center ice. Now Ruutu after it. He's checked on the far side. It comes in front. And a good play there by Mikhail Anderson to break it up, and Bergevin flips it on the far side for Contos, and he gets it out.
Good communication here by the Lightning. As you can see, the defenseman working with the forwards and communicating where they're going to go with the puck, John.
Now 45 seconds left in the Lightning penalty. They lead the game 5-1, and they clear it by Chelios near the line, and now to center ice. Anderson pokes it ahead. And it goes down the ice. In 30 seconds, Klossman will be back. Now Krivik-Krasov, the rookie for Chicago, gets it down the ice. On the point, Kravchuk kept it in, a shot, tipped to the corner. Krivik-Krasov gets it again. Now to Chelios, to Kravchuk, into the corner, broken up by Riki, and he slams it off the glass, and back to center ice. And Kravchuk plays it in. And now Klossman back, and they've killed the penalty. And here's DeMaio ahead. Long shot, and Marchman blocked that. Kravchuk, number 3, gets it up the boards. Hartman drills a Hawk player, Lemieux, but the Hawks to center ice. Lemieux in for Hudson. He was checked. Now Lemieux gets it. Sends it back to Marchman on the point. Marchman a shot, knocked down, Graham a drive, and that's off a skate and wide, and Hartman gets it out, and then he was drilled down. Semenoff after it, but he was pulled down near the Blackhawk line. 11:20 left, second period, the Lightning leading 5-1. Here's Roenick, look out here, right in, never got a shot. Roenick now back on the point, Russell a shot, that's why, rebound. Roenick trying to score, and it's held there by Young against the side of the goal, and a face-off, and perhaps a penalty against the Lightning. (5-1) for Tampa Bay, 11:03 left in the second period, and now Ramage is off for 2 minutes as he goes for cross-checking.
And you'll pick the cross-check coming up right here. You'll see Roenick hanging on the puck coming back to the point, takes a shot, and that's just prior to that. You could see Steve Larmer lying in the crease, and that was a cross-check from Rob Ramage. I talked earlier about the fact that Goulet, Roenick, and Larmer are the big guns here, and one of the things that Terry Crisp has tried to do is keep Ramage and Taglianetti against them most of the night, rather than having a checking line against them. It's easier to have 2 defensive pairs against them than matching lines all night long.
As a matter of fact, Terry said he doesn't really like matching lines in the regular season. That's strange for an NHL coach to have that philosophy, but that's Terry's. He's been successful with it, and now the Lightning clear it away. So Ramage off for cross-checking at 8:57 of the second. The Lightning leading 5-1. Chris Contos scored the first ever goal in the first period at 4:43. Now the Hawks work in. Graham in the corner, trying to get it in front. He did. Larmer there for Graham behind the goal. Steve Smith can't hold it in. And Smith playing with a very sore ankle. Now at his own line to Chelios, back for Smith. Into Ruutu, that's offside. The puck must be the first thing across the line, and that time the player was across the line before the puck, and that's why it was offside.
That's right. An offside is a pretty basic call here in the National Hockey League, and the puck must go before the player over the blue line. And in that situation, as we take a look at Steve Larmer, the puck should go over first, and then the players can follow the puck.
10:18 to go in the second period. Now 1:15 left in Ramage's minor. The Lightning leading 5-1 as the Chicago Blackhawks work it in. Big pile up over there, and they hold it, and we'll get a face-off. Expansion teams have not done well as a rule in their debut. The last expansion team to win its first ever game was the Atlanta Flames back in 1972, and since that win, expansion teams on opening night have gone 0-8.
You know, and John, that's 20 years to the date almost. It is exactly 20 years. It was October the 7th, as you mentioned, their 3-2 win over the New York Islanders. There have only been 5 expansion teams that have won out of the 17 games played overall in expansion opening nights.
Last year, San Jose lost its first game to Vancouver 4-3, but the Lightning could perhaps break that long jinx and win in its inaugural game. We're at the midway point. It's 5-1 Tampa Bay. Hawks on the power play. Marchment works it into the corner. Goulet takes a hit. Ruutu gets the puck. Back out top to Marchment to Ruutu. In for Goulet. Now for Ruutu again. Right in front to Goulet. To Noonan in front. He never got a shot on the high pass. And the puck cleared away. Now 35 seconds left in the Hawk power play. They work it in. Taglianetti there for Tampa Bay. It goes behind the goal. DeMaio on his knees. Can't clear it. Marchment, a shot. That's blocked in front, but not cleared out by DeMaio. And now Crossman on a second attempt gets it near the line. But again, it's not out. Here's Crossman again. And this time, the third time is a charm. He sends it down the ice. Belfour works it back to center. Here's Hudson in for Chicago, number 20. He was knocked down. And Taglianetti flips it down the ice. And again, the Lightning kill it off. The Blackhawks are 0 for 4 on the power play, and they trail 5-1. Just under 9 minutes left in the second. Anderson in for the Lightning. But Smith there for Chicago. Now around the near side to Krivik-Krasov. He has great speed in his first NHL game, but at center ice. Drayton breaks it up for the Lightning. Backhander on goal, and Belfour makes the save. Krivik-Krasov can't get it out. Riki a shot. Contos a drive. He scores! Chris Contos scores his third goal. The hat trick in his first game in a Lightning uniform.
Oh, that's 3, folks. Count them. 1, 2, 3 by Chris Contos as Phil Esposito takes a look at the first hat trick ever by a Tampa Bay Lightning. Watch the bad clearing pass. Riki just throws in. It's deflected off of Marchment, and there's Contos coming in from the slot area, the middle of the ice. And are they kicking ice here at Expo Hall? 6-1 Tampa Bay. Chris Contos is third of the game, and here comes a hat on the ice.
In case you aren't aware, that's a tradition in hockey. When a player gets 3 goals in one game, to celebrate the hat trick, fans throw their hats onto the ice. It can be costly if you do have a very expensive chapeau.
You know what, John? There was a lot of talk about this hockey club when they brought in a lot of veteran defensemen and a veteran goaltender in Wendell Young that they wouldn't have enough scoring. But here, the Lightning lead 6-1, and Chris Contos has picked up the first hat trick ever for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
And they average 4.2 goals a game in preseason, so perhaps it's not a fluke that they're scoring a lot tonight. It's 6-1. Riki in the corner behind his goal. Hit by Roenick. Now Lemieux picks it up for the Blackhawks. Here's Lemieux. Puts it right in front, but Young knocked it away. And now a penalty called, I think, on the Lightning, as Roenick was upended. And we get a stoppage in play. The Blackhawks are 0 for 4 on the power play in this game. Meanwhile, the Lightning 2 of 6. And that's one of the big reasons why Tampa Bay has a 6-1 lead. Chelios, number 7, back in his own zone. He's a great handler of the puck. Now for Roenick. Works it in front, but Ramage knocked it away. Now Larmer back on the point for Smith. A shot and a pad saved by Young. Larmer again, back to Smith. To Chelios. For Smith. Into Larmer. That shot is blocked. And now Mikhail Anderson will flip it high and down the ice.
Well, some good play by Taglianetti and Ramage on the defense, working low, blocking shots and moving the puck out. But on a special team situations, you have to have also very good communication with your forwards.
Larmer a bad pass, and Crossman for the Lightning to center ice.
One of the things I'm noticing that the Chicago Blackhawks are trying to do are very low percentage passes through the middle, and the Lightning are picking those off through the middle and dumping them down the ice.
Now 55 seconds left in the Hawks power play. It's 6-1 now for Tampa Bay. That last goal scored by Contos, his third of the game. Here's Hudson for Chicago, a shot, and that may have hit the goalpost, but it's cleared anyhow down the ice. Back quickly comes Chicago. Chelios. Left point to Russell. That low drive is wide. Chelios trying to keep it, and he does. Poked away by Bergevin, but not out. Ruutu has the puck, number 22. For Chelios. That drive is on goal again, and a save by Young as he kicked it away. And Taglianetti is tripped up, no call. Now it comes in front. 10 seconds left in the power play. Russell. That shot wide, and Young will grab it and hold it, and a face-off. And I think another penalty is coming up here. It's 6-1 for the Lightning, but they pick up another penalty. Bergevin, 2 minutes for holding the stick at 14:04 in Chicago. For 2 seconds, we'll have a 5-on-3, and then Riki will come back. The Blackhawks get the draw. Kravchuk, a shot, pad save by Young, and a great play there, and Riki back on, comes to center ice. It's a 5-on-4 now, and Belfour behind his goal sets it up, but Zaminer in there doing a good job holding the puck and getting a face-off in the Chicago end.
Well, Wendell Young has faced 14 shots on net by the Chicago Blackhawk team, and I asked Wendell this morning, and we'll take a look at one of the saves here. Is a good pad save here by Wendell, and you can see right there the Chicago Blackhawk forward trying to get it, could not get it. 13 saves. I mentioned 14, but they did not add that last one, I believe, John. But Wendell Young, I asked him about whether or not he had nervous reaction about tonight's game, and he said, no, all I want my team to do is go out and score more goals. And he said, my time and concentration has to be very important, not just for 60 minutes, but for 3 hours. I know it's going to be a long night.
Well, he stopped 30 of 32 Saturday in Atlanta in that victory over Boston, and he's picked up where he left off. Now a minute 24 to go in the Chicago power play. It's 6-1 for the Lightning. Now Stu Grimson for Chicago on his first shift of the game on this power play. To Roenick at his own line. Left it for Chelios. Back for Roenick. Into Noonan. Now Roenick there on the point. It's Kravchuk. In front, but Contos, the scoring hero tonight, shoots it down the ice. Under a minute left in Bergevin's minor penalty. Chelios in his own end, but Tucker is right there for Tampa Bay. Well, the Lightning has worked as harder than Chicago all night long, and that's why they built a 5-goal lead. Now the Hawks send it in. Dave Christian there first. Hammerlick blocked it, and he clears it off the glass with half a minute left in the Lightning penalty. Now Russell in his own zone has the only Chicago goal, his first NHL goal. Crossman back for Tampa Bay. Up to Drulia, trying to clear it out. Kept in, but now it's grabbed by Zaminer. And he slaps it off the boards and down the ice. And Bergevin getting ready to come back on. 4 minutes left, second period. It's 6-1 Tampa Bay. And they're back at full strength. Chicago now 0 for 6 on the power play. Hammerlick at his own end. Gets it at center ice. Drulia takes a hit as they jam up. Hawks send it in, a bouncer, but Young handles this. And Ramage for the Lightning to Zaminer at center. His pass behind Hartman. And Marchman for the Blackhawks. Now for Ruutu. He'll wrist it down the ice. Gilbert gets to it first. Behind the goal, but Roman Herolik broke it up. And the rookie in his first game gets it out. And Belfour will play it behind the net. Hartman in there, can't get the puck. And Christian Ruutu, a Finnish player, to center ice. As the Hawks make a change here, they clear it in. Picked up by Grimson, a shot, and a pad save by Young. Rebound, Noonan scores! Brian Noonan, a wraparound, and that makes it 6-2.
Well, an unfortunate break here for the Lightning as Wendell Young went out of his net to try to clear this puck. He got back in time, but the shot came from the corner. And here it comes right here, the shot from the corner. And watch here what Noonan does. He'll pick the puck up off the leg of Ramage and just wrap around this and put it in behind Wendell Young. A very quick play by Brian Noonan as he makes the score 6-2. Lightning now, his first goal at 17:06 of this second period.
He had 19 goals a year ago and gets his first of the season to cut the lead to 6-2. Now play underway as Crossman flips it in behind that Chicago goal and up over the glass, and a face-off.
And one of the coach of the Minnesota North Stars, Bob Gainey, who played 2 exhibition games against this Tampa Bay Lightning team, said that they will surprise a lot of people, and they have certainly shown effort here in preseason, and they're showing it again here tonight, leading this Chicago Blackhawks 6-2.
2.5 minutes left, second period. Here's McRae to center ice. In with DeMaio. McRae, a rush shot, and Belfour, a stick save. Now McRae behind the goal. Delayed penalty called here on Chicago as Kravchuk gets it. And a holding call on the Blackhawks.
Steve Larmer will pick up a holding penalty here. And that's a no-no in your own zone, especially late in the period when you're trying to get some momentum back after that goal from Noonan. And now Larmer, as you take a look at him, who has played 801 consecutive games in the National Hockey League. But he'll sit in the sin bin for a couple, John.
He's gone for holding at 17:47. The Lightning 2 of 6 on the power play, but here's Graham for Chicago, works in, a shot, and a good pass saved by Wendell Young. It's 6-2 for the Lightning. Now Tucker at his own line. Now to Taglianetti. He's upended, and Chelios shoots it down the ice. The fans yelling, but no call there from Bill McCreary. Ramage for the Lightning, one of 3 assistant captains. Terry Crisp has not named a captain, and he won't for at least a few weeks. Back at center, a big collision there. Graham and Taglianetti. Now they get up. And Graham in, but Contos got back and knocked it away. 1:10 left in the power play, and now it's called as Bill McCreary has detected another foul, this time for slashing. Rob Ramage will pick this penalty up with 1:24 left here in the second period. Ramage will go off for slashing. 6-2, the Lightning leading. Each team a man short here. Ramage in the box along with Larmer. Zaminer in his own zone. A good pass to Hodge. Here he comes, 2-on-2. Ken Hodge, a shot nowhere near the goal. And Mike Hudson for the Blackhawks. Near side, Hodge trying to keep it in, he does. Oh, Zaminer knocked down by Busquets. And that will be called as Busquets hit Zaminer. Zaminer did not have the puck, and that is known as interference. As McCreary has been making his way a steady path towards the penalty box tonight, and Busquets will go off here for interference. And now the Lightning will go on the power play here at late in this second period, 47.3 seconds left. And here it comes right up as the puck goes in along the board. You see Busquets knock down the Lightning forward as the puck was away from the Tampa Bay Lightning forward, and Busquets also has picked up a 10-minute misconduct
for some nasty words I'm sure he said to Mr. McCurry.
By the way, with the 6 goals tonight for the Lightning, that's a new record for expansion teams for goals in their first game. The previous mark, 5, held by a couple of teams, including Oakland back in 1967. So a new record tonight for the Lightning. They have a 4-on-3 power play. Riki in the point. For Crossman. Back to Riki. In front, they score! What a tip in there by Contos, his 4th goal of the game.
Number 16 in your program, folks, and number 1 in your hearts tonight is Chris Contos as he picks up his 4th goal here for the Tampa Bay Lightning on some great passing. Watch, back and forth, the puck will come from Riki over to Crossman, back to Riki. Riki will just lay this one in nicely to Contos. Watch his stick laid down flat, nice touch up over the top shoulder of Eddie Balfour. And Chris Contos has picked up his 4th goal, 7-2 Lightning.
Under half a minute left here in the second period. Each team with a man in the box, so it's 4-on-4. Roenick to center, dumps it in. Lemieux is there. Now Roenick gets it. Knocked down. Kept in by Chelios. And that shot is blocked by Tucker. Roenick centers it again. Here's Chelios on the point. Bouncing shot blocked, and that's it. The period comes to an end. And again, the Lightning outscore the Blackhawks. And the fans give their NHL expansion team a standing ovation. What a night here in Tampa, Florida. What a way to begin things for Wendell Young and the Lightning after 40 minutes of play. The score, Tampa Bay 7, Chicago 2. What a night. Stay tuned, we'll be back. Here we go with the third period. Ramage has 35 seconds left in his minor, and Bucs has 3:10 left in his double minor. So eventually the Lightning will get a power play as the Blackhawks work it in. And Young holds it with Larmer, looking for a loose puck, but Young had it all the way.
You know, John, the things I like about this hockey club is the fact that they have not given up on their enthusiasm. Good second effort, and a lot of excited players out there still working hard at their game. And even though they're up 5 goals, that's one thing Chris has always mentioned, the fact that they continue to work game in and game out no matter what the score is.
And the score is 7-2 for the Lightning. They've set a record for goals by an expansion team tonight in its first ever game with 7. And they'll be the first team to win its first ever game since Atlanta back in 1972, 20 years ago today. Once again, each team with 1 skater in the box. It's 4-on-4. Hawks get the puck back in the point. Chelios to Kravchuk, a shot! And a pad save by Young. And back to center is Zaminer, 3-on-2. Now for Bergevin. Mark Bergevin has a goal tonight. He'll just play it in deep. Zaminer there to pick it up. But his pass for Hodge behind him, and Chelios for Chicago. Now for Larmer at center ice. His shot tipped wide, and Bergevin cuts behind his goal. Mark Bergevin. Good work at center, but he can't get it in, and the Blackhawks, Kravchuk, shoots it down the ice. Ramage is back, so the Lightning now on the power play. And they have scored 3 power play goals in this game. Bergevin leading the attack for Tampa Bay. For Mikhail Anderson. Trying to work ahead. Here he comes. Anderson sets up in this power play. For Contos, who has 4 goals tonight. Left point Crossman kept it in. Now on the near side for Contos. Back to Roman Hammerlich. Across for Crossman. His weak shot blocked, and the Blackhawks take over. And Krivokrasov, the rookie, to center to Roenick, and he's taken out by Hammerlich with a good play. Now 1:45 left in the Hawk penalty. Anderson to center ice for Tampa. On this power play to Contos, a shot just over the net. That would have been number 5. And the puck to center ice. Hammerlick gave it away. Noonan a shot, and he ripped that one wide from 45 feet. And the puck back to Chelios at his own line. And Kravchuk will dump it down the ice. We've played 2 minutes of this third period, and the Lightning with a 7-2 lead. Drulia to center ice, into the Hawk zone. Now Ramage in the corner. Drulia looks to center. He does. Knocked away. Drulia behind the goal. Hodge is there as well for the Lightning, but Kravchuk knocked it away. And Dirk Graham fires it down the ice. Now 50 seconds left in the Bucs double minor. Hodge trying to work it in. That's blocked at center ice. 40 seconds left in the Lightning power play. And they enjoy a 7-2 lead. Ramage at his own line for Taglianetti. Back for Ramage. To Rob Zaminer. Good pass for Tucker. 2-on-2 to Taglianetti. A shot! And that's tipped and it goes out of play. And we get a stoppage in play. Well, before the game, in case you weren't with us, the man who hosted the pregame show, which was a great extravaganza, TV personality, great hockey fan, Alan Thicke. And Alan, you're the man who was responsible for getting the show off on the right foot tonight. You've done a wonderful job.
Well, you know what I'm responsible for. You know how superstitious Esposito is. I was standing with him the first couple periods, and I know he's going to want me back now for every home game to stand beside him in that place. And I hope you guys like the ties you're wearing, because you're going to have to wear the same underwear, socks, and clothes for every game the rest of the year. He's in heaven down there.
Oh, you can bet he's in heaven. And Alan, you know, you play hockey too. I played with you with the Hollywood All-Stars some games, and you've got some games coming up. But what do you think of this Lightning team so far?
I'm impressed with the finesse they've shown. You know, you expected an Esposito expansion team to have some muscle, but these guys have put together some terrific plays, and they're going to be a very entertaining team.
Well, the Hawks clear it down the ice, and a delayed penalty against Chicago. And there's another trip. Here come the Lightning to center. Tucker in for DeMaio. Bradley has it. A delayed penalty. Play goes on until Chicago gets it. Now DeMaio on the point for Bergevin. Great pass in front. Bradley is robbed by Belfour, and he holds on. Oh, what great puck movement there. And Belfour had to be sharp. It's 7-2 for the Lightning early in the third. Marchman off for elbowing. It's a 7-2 Lightning lead. Ramage on the point.
Look at that.
Into Contos. Looking for his fifth. And the shot blocked. Not cleared. Ramage to Taglianetti. Now Contos again on the boards. He's hit by two players. Creighton trying to dig it free. He does. Creighton a good play to keep it in. And Chelios whips it around the boards and down the ice.
Alan, you were mentioning you were impressed by the finesse, and that's a lot of the things that teams have come in here and watched this hockey club, especially on power play situations, and even strength, the fact that they're very poised. They don't get too excited.
And they move the puck very well. Contos is one goal away from a renegotiation.
You tell Phil that.
Oh, good hit there. Hodge to Contos. Back for Ramage. Oh, and it's tipped just wide by Anderson. That just missed the near post. And with 50 seconds left and the penalty, the Hawks work it down the ice. Ramage back for Tampa Bay. To Drulia. He missed it. And Hudson plays it back in. We're joined in the booth here by Alan Thicke, TV personality. I'm John Kelly, Danny Guerin, Paul Kennedy alongside. As the Hawks going offside. And Alan, you know a lot about hockey. Where does your knowledge stem from?
It's a genetic thing, John. I'm from the same neighborhood as Phil Esposito, way up in northern Ontario. And he got the legs, and I just got out of town. You know, there were a lot of good hockey players up there, but I made it as far as college hockey, and then the game decided it didn't need me.
Are there a lot of hockey fans in LA and Hollywood?
There are more and more now. Gretzky's brought a lot of attention to town, and even though Wayne might not be playing for a few months, we hope he'll be back. There are enough hardcore hockey fans in Los Angeles, thanks to him, that we should have a good season of fan following.
And you and John Candy are the most avid.
Well, we're there, one of us at least, at every game, I think.
And Candy is a big Blackhawk fan, so he's having a tough night. Here come the Hawks now. Hudson. Short-handed here. And a weak shot, and Young will grab it. Now with 7 seconds left in the Lightning power play. Kravchuk is back on the ice. Teams at full strength. The Lightning leading 7-2. 14:20 left. Third period. Now behind that Hawk goal, DeMaio digs it free to Hammerlick. Oh, and that shot is off, fell for and just wide. And Steve Smith picks it up for Chicago. He takes a big hit from DeMaio. Russell carries on, and he'll lift it in deep. Hammerlick, number 44, back first. Now for McRae. And he just gets it out. Here's Crossman ahead for DeMaio. But Grimson there to play it back down the ice. And a race for it. Hammerlick gets it. And icing called here on Chicago. You know, Danny, the Blackhawks have their home opener Sunday against the Lightning, and I bet they will remember this evening here tonight. 13:41 to go in the third. It's 7-2 for the Lightning. Anderson in the corner. Now for Creighton. He knocked a man down, and he carries on. Contos fanned on it. Boy, has he had a lot of chances. He's had a lot of goals, 4 thus far. That center, Ramage lifts it high. Near that Chicago line, a big pile-up. And a whistle, and perhaps a penalty will be coming.
I believe it'll come to Adam Creighton as he hit number 3, Kravchuk, from behind. And now you can see Ruutu chirping in a little bit as Creighton will be escorted to the penalty box. Here's the penalty to Adam Creighton. Watch as he hits Kravchuk and puts his face right there against the glass. And whoa, baby, Kravchuk says, you better get a penalty for that.
He gets it for boarding at 6:45. Chicago 0 for 7 on the power play. And penalty killing was not the Lightning's best aspect in preseason, but it's been great tonight. Lightning ahead 7-2. Good forechecking here by Anderson, a great penalty killer. But now the Blackhawks work away. Kravchuk. He gets across the line for Larmer. He'll send it in deep for Noonan. He was checked. Ramage can't clear it. Noonan still has it. Back for Kravchuk. Lets it go right on, a save by Young on that low drive. Puck not cleared. It took a bad hop. Noonan in front. Ruutu, a save by Young on Ruutu. What a glove save there by Young.
Well, a tough break by the Lightning as this puck was supposed to be cleared along the boards, but it hit a partition, came back in, and stayed in the zone. And watch Christian Ruutu here taking a quick snapshot. And right to the moment is Mr. Young as he picks up a great glove save there. And Wendell Young standing strong here in his first game. Very impressive, Alan Wendell Young, so far in this game.
It has been a record-setting night. Alan Thicke, our guest commentator. Have you ever done play-by-play or color in hockey?
It's also a record for me. This is the longest that I've been in a microphone in a hockey booth. I think you'll see that in the NHL official stats next year.
An historical evening here at Expo Hall, we should say.
Expo Hall it is.
A minute left, and the Blackhawk power play. Roenick gets the puck in deep. Takes a hit from Bergevin. Graham now for Chicago. To Chelios. For Russell. Back to Roenick on the boards. Check. And Hodge will clear it away. A dozen minutes left in the third period. It's 7-2 for the Lightning. And now 37 seconds to go in Creighton's boarding minor. Lemieux, what a hit there by Ricky on Lemieux. And Zaminer on the near side will play it down the ice. I'll tell you what, the Lightning has not been out-hit in this game. If anything, it's the opposite. And the Hawks are a very physical team. Ramage dumps it in. But Terry Crisp does have some hitters and bangers on his club. Russell for Chicago. Now for Christian. And Creighton is back on, so again, the Lightning kill it off. Chelios on the point, kept it in. He walks in, and the shot is blocked by Taglianetti. Now Hudson behind the net, walks in front. Young is saved with a stick on Hudson, and the puck cleared by Drulia down the ice. Smith goes back, touches it, and icing called here on the Lightning. 7-2 for the Lightning. 10.5 minutes left in the third period. And the team's at full strength again. Marchment back. There's a bit of a high stick in there from Hartman. And Marchment lifts it ahead to center ice. Hammerlick for the Lightning. He gets it in. Smith behind his goal for Chicago. Now for Ruutu, number 22, but his pass picked off by Roman Hammerlick, who has played much better since a couple of nervous shifts, but he's been solid in the last 2 periods. Crossman, number 3 for the Lightning, to Hammerlick. Long bouncer, and Belfour stopped it. Rebound, loose there. Now Semenoff gets it. Pass in front. Oh, McRae knocked the man down, but never got the puck. And Brian Noonan shoots it down the ice. Bergevin there, didn't get it out. Dirk Graham on the boards. In traffic, Grimson tried a shot. That's blocked. And here come the Lightning to center ice. Semenoff. He has a goal this evening. And he shoots it in and goes off on a line change. 9:20 left in this contest. It's 7-2 for the Lightning. Graham at center for Chicago. But behind the goal, Bergevin there for Tampa Bay. Now at center, McRae knocked down, but Tucker carries on. With DeMaio, Tucker cuts in, backhander, and Belfour a save there. Kravchuk has DeMaio pinned against the boards. Noonan trying to kick it away. And his pass for Chelios, up for Gilbert on left wing. And again, the Hawks dump it in and chase after it. Lemieux in there, puts it in front to Roenick. Backhander, on goal, a save by Young. And back on the Lightning, 3-on-2, led by DeMaio. He can't get a pass in front, as Marchment did a good job to break it up. Now Marchment ahead to Roenick, but Lemieux is offside. Offside at the Lightning blue line. 7-2 for Tampa Bay. They're pounding the Hawks here tonight. 8:15 to go in the third. It's 7-2 for the Lightning. Now at center ice, Steve Christian for Chicago with Ruutu and Hudson. But the Lightning break it up, and Anderson cuts in. Mikael Anderson, out of Sweden. Played in Buffalo and Hartford. Now in the corner, Creighton tied up. He falls. And it looks like we'll get a face-off here, and we do. The Lightning, 3 of 8 on the power play tonight, and Kontos has all 3 power play goals and has scored 4 in all. Rob Zaminer picks it up in his own zone for the Lightning. To Bergevin. Knocked down by Hudson, but he gets up. And Hudson a good play, but Bergevin pokes it away, and here they come. Zaminer gets it near the Hawk line, but Chelios there for Smith. And he lifts it, but he put it high and over the glass on the near side.
The Chicago Blackhawks are known to be a good defensive hockey team, and especially on the road.
Last year they allowed only 236 goals. That was second best in the entire league, and here an expansion team in its first game gets 7.
Sunday's going to be a hot game. I wouldn't want to be Bush and Clinton going up against that game.
6:35 to go in the third period. 7-2 for the Lightning. 47 seconds left in Goulet's minor. And the puck cleared to center ice. Now Brian Bradley back at his own line for the Lightning. He works it in there. Back on the point, Taglianetti. A shot! And a save by Belfour as he went to his knees. And he'll hold it for a faceoff. Phil began his career with the Blackhawks, and in a very controversial trade, was traded to the Boston Bruins, where he had many great years and finished his career in New York, and has, of course, been the builder here in Tampa Bay.
I thought one of the clever nicknames for a hockey line I ever heard was the hem line. They used to, it was Hull, Esposito, and Mackey back in Chicago. They used to call it the hem line.
The hem line.
That's Alan Thicke, our guest commentator here tonight. He hosted the pregame show, did a wonderful job. I'm John Kelly, Danny Gare, and Paul Kennedy here as well. What a night it's been. 7-2 for the Lightning, as now the Blackhawks clear it down the ice. Kontos has been the scoring hero with 4 goals, and Riki has helped as well with 4 assists.
Well, you take a look at Kontos here, and he was a guy that nobody wanted in the National Hockey League, and there's a few players on that Tampa Bay bench that have come here to this training camp and worked their butts off to make this hockey club, and he was one of them, and he never said die. He kept scoring goals. He had 4 in preseason, 3 assists, and there's a few more boys on there. There's a power play situation. Chicago has not scored 1 tonight. The Tampa Bay Lightning have gone 3 for 12, and I mentioned the fact that this team is made up a lot of cast-offs, Alan, but they're proven to be heroes here tonight.
You know, we had Kontos out in L.A. just a couple of years ago. He wasn't around all during the season. He came on during the playoffs. They popped him in. Everybody said, who is this guy? And he scored 2 or 3 winning goals in the playoffs and made a big difference.
I remember that.
That was the year he had 8 goals in the one series alone against Edmonton, so he's capable of getting very hot in a short time, as Alan mentioned. Here's Goulet, a good shot. Rebound, he scores. Michel Goulet gets his own rebound, and while getting knocked down, he took his lumps but scored to make it 7-3.
Michel Goulet picking up his own rebound, and you can see him grabbing his upper lip. He might have got a stick, but he followed up, and that's what good goal scorers do. They stay with the puck, and here it comes here. The shot from Smith was deflected, but Goulet picked it up, took the shot. Belfour made the save, but watch how he stays with the puck. You see Basil McRae hook him there and fire the puck over a sprawling Wendell Young. Goulet, a 4 times 50 goal scorer. I mentioned the fact that he'd scored 500 goals. He got his 500 last year. He was the 30th player to reach that, and he also had his 1,000th point last year. So Goulet, they're also looking for big things out of him. He picks up the 3rd goal here for the Hawks as the Hawks down trail the Lightning 7-3.
Now behind the play, we get a Lightning player involved in a delayed penalty here against Tampa Bay as the Blackhawks shoot it in. And now a fight, our first fight of this season. Hartman for Tampa Bay. And I think that's Bucs of Chicago.
Right, it is. And this came just as the puck was being dumped in on a delayed call to the Lightning. And you can see Bucs trying to get something going here late in this period so that they can carry something into the stadium on Sunday night when they play this team again. They're trying to set an example that they're not going to be pushed around and that they're upset over this score. And there's the brothers, Phil and Tony, who brought the Tampa Bay Lightning to Florida. And there's the score, 7-3 with 4:55.
And Ramage gets a penalty there as well. Hartman and Bucs go off for roughing, and Ramage picked up a roughing call as well. So the Blackhawks on their 9th power play. Here they come, Graham right in. Oh, great chance, and Ruutu put it wide of the far side. And Riki back the other way. He'll dump it down the ice. 4:25 left in the 3rd period. It's 7-3 for the Lightning. And Chicago on a power play. Here's Noonan to center. Gets it in for Ruutu. Hawks set up on the power play. Noonan gets it free. Back on the point, Kravchuk fires it, and he missed the net on the near side. And Mikhail Anderson plays it back down the ice. Just over a minute left in Ramage's minor. The Lightning ahead 7-3. They'll be tied for first place after tonight. As St. Louis won, but Detroit, Minnesota, and Toronto all lost last night. Now 45 seconds left in the power play. Chelios. Checking him is Drulia. Great job there. And Larmer picks it up for the Blackhawks. Now Fort Christian ahead to Roenick. Works in, fell down. And little Robbie DeMaio will dump it down the ice. Now with 22 seconds to go in the Ramage minor. 3:15 left in this game. It's 7-3 Tampa Bay. Hudson at center ice. Knocked down. Now Christian carries in. Great move. Backhander. And Young a save there. In deep. Hudson and Ricky push and shove. Big pile up there. The puck is under Bergevin. And they whistle it down. And we get a stoppage in play.
Here's a look at a good play here as the puck comes in by Christian and just hits the outside of the post.
Goalie's best friend.
Goalie's best friend is right, Alan. They talk to those posts all night long. The Lightning killing off another penalty, John. An outstanding job by the defensemen, goaltending, and forwards, because it takes a team effort to keep this crew in red off the scoreboard on the power play with the potent people they have up front.
That's Danny Gare. Alan Thicke is also here as well. What a great pregame show, Alan. That was really one of the highlights of this night.
Thank you. I wish I could take some credit for it, but unfortunately, I just came in at the last minute. It was so well organized and so thoughtfully done that I just had to kind of come and plug into it. I thought they did a great job tonight.
A great light show, skaters, ice dancers, fireworks, everything.
And you forgot about Mr. Thunderbug.
Mr. Thunderbug made his appearance, the mascot of the Lightning.
No, first time I've ever shared a dressing room with a flea.
A lot of firsts tonight. 2.5 minutes left in the game. Teams are at full strength. It's Tampa Bay 7, Chicago 3. Ramage back for the Lightning. To Anderson. Looking to clear it. Hawks center it. Gilbert. Oh, he's upended by Ramage. A big hit there. And Young will hold on, and now Ramage and Gilbert. They push. They drop the gloves. In comes Smith. And he and Ramage want each other. A couple of number 5s and a couple of tough guys.
Well, Smith didn't waste any time coming in here to help out Gilbert, who's a pretty tough guy in himself, but Ramage really went after Gilbert after some pushing and shoving in front of Wendell Young.
As close as I've... There it is.
Here's how it develops. You see the play along the boards, and Ramage, you'll see there with Gilbert, he gets hit, and then he gets back up. Now watch here. Ramage gives him another little shot, and then Gilbert gives him one back, and Ramage says, "Come on, big boy, you want to go?" And the linesmen get in and break them apart, and that's when Steve Smith came in and said, "Look, I'll stand up for my teammate," but nothing happened, and now Robbie will sit in the penalty box along with Smith as the fans chant here, Alan, "Hey, hey, hey, goodbye."
And it's not over yet. 2:16 left. Ramage and Gilbert get minors for that skirmish.
You know, you saw a quick look there at Wayne Cashman, who played 17 years with the Boston Bruins, and Cashman said today, this morning at the morning skate, that this would be a great test for them. They're up against a team that went to the Stanley Cup Finals last year. They're a physical team, a good road team. And then we take a look at Wayne, and he said, if we can pass this test, I'll feel very good after this game. Well, they have passed this test.
With straight A's. And their next test in Minnesota on Saturday. Here come the Hawks. Lemieux centers it. Oh, Young kicked it away. And back is Anderson. Each team a man short, a long shot. As Belfour handled that. And Lemieux off his skate. Gets it at center ice for Gilbert. He lifts it in. Nearly out of time here. And it's 7-3 for the Lightning. Under a minute 40 to play in the first ever game here in Tampa, Florida. And the Hawks go back. Chelios, number 7. To Ruutu. Now for Cam Russell. He scored the Hawk first goal. In behind the Lightning net, Ricky is there. He ties up a couple of players. And it's cleared by John Tucker. And back down the ice. Here's Chelios with Bradley all over him. Ruutu grabs it. Back for Russell. But Hammerlick at center ice. Now a minute left in the game. It's 7-3 for the Lightning, and the fans on their feet in appreciation and thanks. It's been a great night. Young sets it up. Here's Zaminer for the Lightning. Long pass to Hodge, too far. And Kravchuk back for Chicago. To Hudson. Everybody on their feet here in Expo Hall. Lemieux a shot, a save by Young. Now Hudson gets it. Back on the point. Kravchuk a shot. Blocked by Hodge. Can't clear it. Lemieux gets it. Now Chelios bad angle. Can't center it. And Zaminer will get the puck near the line, and now back to center ice, and that should about do it. 10 seconds left.
Listen to these fans, Alan.
Hockey looks like it's going to be here a while.
As they count the seconds down, the Tampa Bay Lightning win their first ever National Hockey League game.
These fans are great. They deserve a good team, and they got one tonight.
7-3 the final. Their first win in their first game. Alan Thicke, we thank you very much for dropping by. We enjoyed it. We hope to see you at a lot of Lightning games.
I had a ball. I'll see you in the playoffs.
All right,
That's
Alan.
a great thought. What a night here in Tampa, Florida. Wendell Young gets the win. He won 2 Stanley Cups in the last 2 years. Crisp won one in '89. Cashman has won one, but you know, Danny, I have a suspicion that all those people are as thrilled tonight as they ever have been in their careers.
Well, you know, you could say a lot of things about the careers of the people that have come here to play for this organization, but this, as you mentioned, will certainly be a night to remember, John.
7-3 the final.
A final tonight that will raise a few eyebrows around the NHL. The Tampa Bay Lightning, in their first game ever, stunned the Chicago Blackhawks. And it would be Chris Contos scoring the first goal in franchise history. 4:43 of the first period from Rob Zabner. Rocketing home the shot, the tap, and the goal. Chris Contos this evening, 4 goals and an improbable rout of Chicago.